Hi guys, I just wanted to make a quick video showing you a little bit of Adobe Sketch. So you'll notice that I actually have my iPad right now mirrored on my computer, which is pretty cool. It's a demo version of this Reflector app, so I do apologize, there's kind of like a trial mode down at the bottom, but I wanted to be able to show you Adobe Sketch on my iPad. And it's pretty cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make I can choose a format by clicking on the plus button down here in the lower right hand corner of the screen. So I am going to pick iPad landscape, I guess. And you'll notice right along the right-hand side, there's all these different brushes, or left-hand side, sorry, there's all these different brushes that you can choose from. So right over here, which is pretty cool. And it took me a couple of minutes to kind of figure it out, but you can select a different brush. And then if you select the brush, you can see all of the different options for that brush, and there's tons of different options for the different sketch brushes. And if you press and hold, you can change the color and the size. So you can see, different sizes. You can look at the flow. You can also change the color, like I said. So there's a color wheel. You can put in RGB values. There's a history for different colors you've chosen. You can go to different themes and pick a color scheme, which I think is pretty awesome. I'll select this one just for now. And you can see all of the different options right down here by clicking on this tool right here. So it's pretty cool just to be able to sketch and do a couple of different things. I don't have a stylus, but I think it would probably be easiest if you did have a stylus to use. But I can just draw right with my finger. And again, to get back, just tap on the brush to get back to your other brush options. And again, oops. Like I said, it takes like a little bit of time to get used to. There we go. The different options that you have. It's a little bit, pressing and holding and figuring out what different things do. It takes a couple of tries before you kind of get the real hang of it, especially the changing the colors. It's a really quick double tap that you have to do, which if you're used to doing things like that on your smartphone or your iPad, might come a little bit easier to you. I'm not used to doing things that way. I'm used to like kind of pressing and holding, so that one was a little bit weird for me. But yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Like I said, you can do a couple of different things. I'm just very quickly doing a really horrible drawing. As you can see, there's a bunch of different options. You can add layers, new layers. There's a background layer and a sketch layer. You can share your work when you are done to Behance, which is your portfolio. You can create a Creative Cloud file as a PSD or a PDF file. You can link to your project, and then you can send it right through the screen to your Adobe Photoshop CC or your Adobe Illustrator CC. When you download the program, log in with your same login that you would use for Adobe Photoshop and for your Creative Suite, and that way everything is kept together on the cloud. So if I choose to edit this in Photoshop, it takes a couple of minutes sometimes, but it will send it over to Photoshop right on my computer and open it up for me, which I think is pretty awesome. If you click on this back arrow, that's your history brush, so you can go back. There is some basic shape tools that you can use to add some shapes in. Which is pretty awesome. Again, you have your layers option, which you can turn on and off. You can expand to see the entire screen and then hit that again to the double arrows to have your options come back. And there's a couple of different options in here too. One of the other things you can do is you can import from Illustrator. You can import vector lines, which I think is pretty awesome, and then work with those in right within Adobe Sketch. So all in all, it's a pretty fun program. I definitely would tell you to give it a try and see how you like it, and see if it's something that you know, you would want to do, you know, just something that you would want to do. So I'm going to stop my mirroring, go back, and we'll see. It, like I said, it takes a minute or two, or sometimes it takes a couple of minutes for your work to come over into Adobe Photoshop, but it will automatically open that up for you in Photoshop, which is great. And then you can continue editing in Photoshop or save it to your computer if you don't want to save directly to the Creative Cloud. It does save your project right within Photoshop Sketch as well, and it's just a fun little program to kind of add to your Adobe arsenal. Oh, there it is. To add to your Adobe arsenal of different things, you know, that you can use, especially on the go. And if you have a iPad, iPhone, you do need to have ability to upgrade to the newest OS. I believe it only runs on OS 10 or newer. So I have an older iPad mini, and I was not able to download and run Adobe Sketch on my iPad mini because it just wasn't compatible with the operating system. The iPad mini that I have is older, and it just can't be upgraded any further. So just keep that in mind when you are trying to download the program. Again, this isn't a program that you have to use. I just thought it would be something fun to show you that you can use within with your Photoshop programs. All right, have a great day, everyone.